Sewell is 12-4 in the season. He's from Moore, Oklahoma.
He was runner-up last year in the Big 8 at 126, and you're right, he's a tough boy. Last year, his overall record last year was 27-14-1, and was nationally ranked because of his final finishing second and the runner-up at Big 8 at 126. He was doing okay last year in the Nationals, except he injured his ankle and after the first 2 rounds, and was hampered considerably by that injury. It didn't do much after that.
Looks like he's very strong in the chest area, you know, up top. Bill below, powerfully built wrestler, as you can see.
Hold up.
2 minutes to go in the period. We're tied at 3-3. Mark Piven is the official. Buzz Mieras this season is 4-4-1. He's a freshman from Evansville, Indiana.
Mieras comes with good credentials. He was a state champion at Indiana in 1986, state high school. Was the MVP award, and also was on the first team Indiana all-academic team. So he's excellent. There's a quarter Nelson block spinning around the back, picking up 2.
Stay in. Stay in.
Control with 1:30 left.
Watch your fingers.
Halfway through the first period.
Stay on the mat.
Coming up. Mieras, when he came to Lehigh, was a hot prospect, but unfortunately his freshman year injured his shoulder and had to have an operation less than a year ago.
Escape.
Point neutral pass.
There's that same combination now. He works off the chin, goes to that quarter Nelson block, and then we'll work from a shrug off of that and spin around the back. There he goes.
2.
Just like you're supposed to do it. And my friend down in Sinking Spring, Dick Zittrick, will tell me.
Center.
I guessed that one right, didn't I, Dick? I guess it's from watching so much wrestling all these years, you can see it coming. .45 seconds left in the first period. 4-2 lead.
All right, the center.
To sophomore from Moore, Oklahoma, T.J. Sewell.
We're tied at 3 here at 134 pounds. T.J. Sewell of Oklahoma leading Buzz Mieras of Lehigh by a score of 4-2 at the moment. Riding time not a factor. Oklahoma won at 1:18. Tony Belli defeating Ed Regan. Lehigh won at 1:26. Noel Clavel defeating Kurt Smith.
TJ's the only wrestler in the entire roster of about 50 who doesn't have
what's the matter?
a name. He's got the initials.
Okay.
16 seconds to go in the period.
15 seconds.
Missing that leg attempt. 10 seconds left, first period. The team score is 3-3. Oklahoma and Lehigh.
Oklahoma.
Period concludes, and it's still a 4-2 lead for Sewell of Oklahoma.
Lehigh chose down.
Over Buzz Mieras.
Second period, gentlemen, scores 4-2.
Thad Turner, Tommy Hutchison, Lehigh's coaching staff.
Easy, easy. Look for the flip.
Sewell retains control, has 35-second riding time. So although his match is over, Larry, over at the Lehigh bench, Peter Yazzo is giving some wrestling tips to Noel Clavel.
Pete's one of the graduate assistant coaches here. Certainly glad to have an individual of his caliber. Not only wrestling ability, but personality. He's a fine man and
Bring him down.
very personable individual to get to know. And I still maintain anybody that won the Nationals with the injury that he had to overcame a little more than adversity, Shell. That was a unbelievable performance.
Easy.
You and I were here when he injured it. It was hard to believe
Let's wrestle.
the injury he had. He just persevered. Didn't let it stand in his way.
I know.
So Mieras still working at it with Sewell, but Sewell leads and has a 1.5-minute time advantage.
50 seconds.
Mark Piven, I guess he'd be almost the dean of the Eastern wrestling officials, Shell. He's been at
Okay, get on, son.
Guess he inherited that crown from Pascal Peary. who
yeah,
has
I kind of
since
miss Pascal.
retired. Pascal used to take that long drive up
Yeah,
from Long Island
Oh, sure.
for Lehigh meets for many, many seasons.
but I can't get him to take the long drive up to play golf. He is easier to make a golf match than you are, Shell, but he's more difficult to get to drive into town. I mean, you're
Work,
here.
let's work.
He's tough, and you're tough when you're here, but he's out of town. And he's been two-time champion at his golf club up there in Long Island, so I just can't wait to get him down here. Double arm tie. Good position there. Mieras got himself in a little jam with 7 seconds to go. I think he'll be saved by the bell and get out of that situation.
And the period concludes, and T.J. Sewell has racked up nearly 2.5 minutes in riding time, and although the score is close 4-2, he has completely dominated this match so far.
Pardon? Yeah, go ahead. Scores 4-2, last period.
Third and final period, down position to T.J.
Okay,
Sewell.
set.
Advantage, Buzz Mieras.
Stay still. Hold it. You ready, Oklahoma?
On his feet now is Sewell, just trying to shrug away, and he does manage the escape, making it 5-2. Immediately goes in a lock position to try to get the takedown.
See if he works that takedown again off the head block with a kind of a quarter Nelson situation. Shrug, go down around the back. There he's in deep and comes up underneath, this time on a different move.
Keep working, keep working.
Shall think of some great wrestling coming up next week when they have the so-called Virginia duels. There he works, watch the elbow. Lifts here, see, he just throws that up. And just really pursuit.
Try a double knot on that so it doesn't open again.
I was just going to talk about the Virginia duels coming up. It's a tournament that is really making its mark nationally. And the teams, 16 teams that are going to get in this royal battle. Iowa State, Penn State, Arizona State, North Carolina, Oklahoma, and Wisconsin. That's really the creme de la creme, and another 2-point takedown. Now he's racking it up 9-4. Has a guaranteed point for time. Works off that shrug position. From there, he's managed 1 takedown and 2 off the head block. Goes around the back, hooks the leg, and referee says nothing yet, but I'll give you 2 now.
Keep at it. Skate.
Let him up.
In the middle.
Now 11-5. 43 seconds ago, and we get a takedown exhibition here is T.J. Sewell.
Period has 20 seconds to go. And TJ has Well, he is within 1 point of a major decision. And I can't believe, Larry, he's not going to go for that last takedown here
He's
with
trying.
8 seconds to
He's
go.
around the back.
And looks like he's going to get it,
No.
maybe, but on the top. And managing to hold him off. And he did a good job to hold him off. It turns out to be 12-7. TJ winning. 3 team points on the board for the University of Oklahoma. The score is Oklahoma 6 and Lehigh 3. We'll be back in a moment with more wrestling from the Stabler Arena. Stay with us.